Hello and welcome back to the channel. Today I'm going to share with you my Criterion flash sale haul, as well as a few other thoughts about some Criterion releases that I have or that I've recently watched. And I didn't get too much this time around, but I did want to upgrade my version of Punch Drunk Love. This is the Paul Thomas Anderson movie Punch Drunk Love with Adam Sandler and Emily Watson. And there's the back of that one as well. This one is spine number 843. And I'll just show the inside of this one. This one I've had for a long time on DVD. I'll just show the earlier version that I have. This is probably one of the first DVD sets that I picked up. I have this 2-disc special edition, and I'm sure this is one of the first DVDs that I picked up for my physical media collection. I'm a big fan of Paul Thomas Anderson. I don't know if you caught the latest trailer for his new movie, which I think is coming out in September, called One Battle After Another. I believe that's what it's called. I'm really looking forward to that one. But I'm a big Paul Thomas Anderson fan. I love this one. I think that Adam Sandler does a great job, very different from his other performances. This is really I'll read a little bit of the back. Chaos lurks in every corner of this giddily off-kilter foray into romantic comedy by Paul Thomas Anderson. Struggling to cope with his erratic temper, novelty toilet plunger salesman Barry Egan, played by Adam Sandler, spends his days collecting frequent flyer mile coupons and dodging the insults of his 7 sisters. The promise of a new life emerges when Barry inadvertently attracts the affection of a mysterious woman named Lena, played by Emily Watson. So this is a great, interesting, creative love story, and one of my favorites from Paul Thomas Anderson. I'm, like I said, such a big fan. You can see, I was checking the DVD set too. You can see, I'll just hold this up so you can, if you want to pause the video, you can see some of the extra features on here. The extra features from the DVD set carried over to this one too, which is Scopatones, I believe, and Blossoms in Blood, a short piece by Anderson featuring Adam Sandler and Emily Watson with music by John Bryan. I should say, I'm also a big fan of John Bryan, an amazing musician. Love the soundtrack for this one. There's an interview with Bryan in this too, behind the scenes footage of a recording session for the film's soundtrack, conversation between curators Michael Connor and Leah Gangatano about the art of Jeremy Blake. There's additional artwork as well. So really looking for, I'm glad I upgraded this one. This has been on my list for a long time, and it's really an upgrade for me, and I love the extra features on this one. Next up, I picked up this one, went immediately on my list when it was announced, and this is Jimmy Stewart in Winchester 73, directed by Anthony Mann. This is spine number 1248 from the Criterion collection. And I'll just show the back of that too. You can see the extra features there, lots of extra features on this one. These are all 4Ks too. I noticed that I don't always pick up the 4Ks, but in this case, the 4K was only $4 more, I think, than the Blu-ray. This is the 4K Blu-ray Combo Edition. The film itself is from 1950. It's 92 minutes in black and white. It also has an audio commentary featuring James Stewart and film historian Paul Lindenschmidt. New interview with the film programmer Adam Piron on the portrayal of Native Americans in the Western genre. Forces of Nature, Anthony Mann at Universal, a program on a key chapter in the director's career. I love when they do profiles of directors. There's a Lux Radio Theater adaptation of the film from 1951. And I'll just show the inside here too. Of course, you get a booklet and you get the Blu-ray and the 4K. So happy I picked that one up. Looking forward to this one. I did have it on DVD, and I've been showing a few of these movies in the vlog too. If you're watching the weekly vlog, sometimes I'll show what I'm picking up. And I think I may have talked about Winchester 73 already, at least that was in my stack of things to watch. Next one I recently saw, I saw this in the movie theater when it came out, but I also recently saw it on the Criterion channel, a romantic film. They had a feature on the Criterion channel about romantic New York stories. And this is a great film, beautiful film, Crossing Delancey, directed by Joan Micklin Silver, who did also Chilly Scenes in Winter. There's the back of that one. This is a film from 1988. It's 97 minutes. It's also spine number 1250 from the Criterion collection. This is also the 4K Blu-ray Combo Edition that I picked up. And I'll just read a little bit of the back too. I just love this film. I saw it in 1988 when it came out. Joan Micklin Silver's wonderfully affectionate spin on the romantic comedy infuses the genre with a fresh personal perspective. following an unmarried Jewish woman's search for fulfillment in New York City. Happily independent bookstore manager Izzy, played by Amy Irving, isn't looking for love, but she's forced to reevaluate her desires when she catches the eyes of two very different men, a self-centered novelist and the mild-mannered Lower East Side pickle seller, played by Peter Reigart, who does an amazing performance in this movie. A love letter to 1980s Manhattan, shot in beautifully burnished autumnal tones, Crossing Delancey gracefully captures the magic of a city where disparate cultures, generations, and traditions both clash and connect. I think one of the things I loved about this movie too is I was living in New York City in 1988, so I definitely can relate to the atmosphere of New York City in the 1980s. This one also comes with some extra features, as you might imagine. New program on the making of the film featuring actors Amy Irving and Peter Reigart and screenwriter Susan Sandler. An audio interview from 1988 with the director. And I'll just show the inside of this too. Again, beautifully done. I love the artwork on this. You can see a little bit of the flavor of the artwork too on the booklet inside that has the 4K and the Blu-ray included, of course. And finally, from the sale anyway, I don't have many Eclipse series, and I picked up an Eclipse series of one of my favorite directors, Aki Kaurismäki, and this is the Eclipse set featuring the Proletariat trilogy, which I've seen before. It doesn't have extra features on it, as you probably know from the Eclipse sets, but I don't have a lot of these, so I thought I should pick it up. I do have all of the films already anyway on this Blu-ray set, which I've shown on the channel before. This is a Region B set, this Aki Kaurismäki Region B set, which I love, which is great. It has all the, I think, mostly all the films on there. But I love the, I don't know, I just wanted to have these films. I'm such a big fan of this particular trilogy. This has Shadows in Paradise, Ariel, and The Match Factory Girl. These are movies from the 1980s again too. So Shadows in Paradise from 1986, Ariel from 1988, and The Match Factory Girl from 1990. The Proletariat trilogy, I'll just read again a little bit of the back. Here's the synopsis on the back. And this comes with this kind of, you have to be careful when you pick these up because the films could fall out, but they're basically DVD, let us show a little bit here so you can see the DVD that slips out of these, which is kind of a band that's around the DVDs. The poignant, deadpan films of Aki Kaurismäki are pitched somewhere in the wintry Netherlands between comedy and tragedy. Again, I love the deadpan nature of these movies. And rarely in his body of work has the line separating those genres seem thinner than in what is often identified as his Proletariat trilogy. The three films sometimes like social realistic farces. I mean, they are funny in a lot of ways. I feel like they're optimistic, but let me know what you think, or if you have a favorite Aki Kaurismäki film. But I find these films to be optimistic. Sometimes you think maybe they're not going to have a happy ending, but they're great. This is just, again, my opinion. Featuring commanding off-key visual compositions and delightfully dour performances, this triptych exemplifies the talents of a unique and highly influential film artist. Aki Kaurismäki, one of my favorites. I started to do a film study about Aki Kaurismäki also, and I'll be continuing that. But this is essential, I think, for anybody that loves Kaurismäki. Finally, I'm going to talk about a couple of other films I picked up. One of them is one that I picked up off Amazon before the flash sale began. Again, the flash sale is on the Criterion website where films are 50% off. And you order through their website and you get them delivered, and the delivery came very quickly. The order was processed very quickly, which is great to see. But I just noticed this one was 50% off. I have a list on Amazon, and I noticed this one was 50% off, so I thought I should pick it up. And it's the William Wyler film Funny Girl with Barbra Streisand and Omar Sharif. Lots of extras on this one too. You can see there on the back. And this one is spy number 1240 from the Criterion Collection. The film is from 1968. This is the Blu-ray edition, was half off. And this has lots of extra features on it. A new audio interview with Barbra Streisand, a new conversation between director William Wyler's son, David, and author and Turner Classic Movies host Alicia Malone. Directed by William Wyler from 1986, a documentary on Wyler's life and career, an archival interview with actor Omar Sharif, some deleted scenes also featuring Streisand and Sharif. So I'm happy I picked this one up, and this was, again, I picked up off Amazon. Sometimes the prices will go down to 50% on Criterion films on Amazon, so you can maybe get a price match. Maybe you can't order from the Criterion Collection website at the time, so I definitely look for that, or I look to see if prices are going down. The next couple ones I did not pick up during the sale, but I wanted to talk about them briefly because I recently saw them and was just amazed by them. These are essentials now for me. I picked these up prior to the sale, of course, but this is Imitation of Life, and if you've been watching the weekly vlogs, I talked about this one as well, directed by John Stahl and starring Claudette Colbert and Louise Beavers. What an amazing film this is. It's an emotional watch, definitely, for sure. There was a remake of this, but this is the original from 1934. This is a Blu-ray, and it's by number 1167 from the Criterion Collection. And I absolutely love this movie. I think it's so well done. I'll read a little bit of the back also. Melodrama master John Stahl brings his exquisite restraint and almost spiritually pure visual style to the devastating, enduringly relevant story of mothers and daughters. Imitation of Life explores the friendship between two struggling single mothers, one Claudette Colbert, a working-class white woman who ascends to the top of the business world, the other Louise Beavers, her black housekeeper, whose life is shattered by the rejection of her rebellious white passing daughter. It's the latter relationship, attuned to America's bitter racial realities and heartbreakingly enacted by trailblazing black performers Beavers in Washington, that lends the film its transcendent emotional power. The first adaptation of Fannie Hurst's best-selling novel boldly confronts the complexities and contradictions of racial identity, economic exploitation, and the limits of the American dream. This is a brilliant movie. Highly recommend it. This has also a new introduction to the film by one of my favorite film reviewers and expert really in film, Imogen Sarah Smith, contributor to The Call of the Heart, John M. Stahl, and Hollywood Melodrama. A new interview with Miriam J. Petty, author of Stealing the Show, African-American Performers and Audiences in 1930s Hollywood. There's a trailer here too, but what an amazing film this is. Highly recommend it. If you don't have it, if you haven't seen it. There was a remake of this, which I don't have, but this is a brilliant version of it. And finally, I wanted to talk about this movie that I think I saw a few years ago. It's a Sidney Lumet film. I'm such a big fan of Sidney Lumet, and this is a brilliant film. It is The Fugitive Kind, with directed by Sidney Lumet, with Marlon Brando, of course, Anna Magnani, and Joanne Woodward. Anna Magnani it gives an amazing performance in this movie. It's really breathtaking to see, but Brando, to me, in this film, just as good as Streetcar Named Desire, and just a very subtle, dramatic, intricate performance by Brando. But Joanne Woodward, also amazing, and like I said, Anna Magnani, also very good. This is the screenplay was done by Tennessee Williams, so that already makes it a favorite for me. It's based on a play, a Tennessee Williams play, Orpheus Descending by Tennessee Williams. This one I should say too, I'll show the back here too, so you can see the extra features on this one. This is a film from 1960, it's in black and white. And I just wanted to see, there's also an interview from 2009 with Sidney Lumet, which is always great. I love listening to Sidney Lumet talk. 3 plays by Tennessee Williams, an hour-long 1958 television presentation of one-act plays, directed by Lumet and starring Ben Gazzara and Lee Grant, among others. There's a program from 2010 discussing Williams' work in Hollywood and The Fugitive Kind. But as soon as this film was over, I wanted to put it on again and watch it again, and I may in fact do that this week. It's a great film to study if you're a big fan of actors and dramas and the playwright Tennessee Williams. It's on the first watch, you get pieces and parts of it, but I feel like for better understanding, I need to watch it over and over again. The opening scene. The opening scene and monologue by Marlon Brando is brilliant. I think every person that's interested in acting, film, theater should see that opening scene. Should see the whole movie, really, but the opening scene is brilliant, so well done, so patient, so patiently done, so realistic, and again, I'm sure this comes a lot from Sidney Lumet's direction. But Anna Magnani, also brilliant to watch. Just watch her act all day. I mean, this film is very tragic, has a lot of very complex themes, but it is so well done. I would put it, like I said, I would put it right up against Streetcar Named Desire, which I love. I love Streetcar Named Desire. What a brilliant film and play that is too. So again, highly recommend this one. I didn't pick this one up during the sale, but since I recently watched it, I wanted to talk about it today. And that is it for my Criterion flash sale haul. Let me know in the comments below what you got. This video maybe is a little bit late because the flash sale ended quite a while back, and I received my order maybe a week or so ago. But overall, I had a really good experience. I always have things at the top of my list to pick up from Criterion, one of my favorite boutique labels. If you like this video, click on like. If this is your first video on the channel, please consider subscribing. I sincerely hope that everyone is safe and well, and I'll talk to you soon.